You can make the draggable element to return to its original position. As of now, when we move the item, it is not returning to its original position, right? So by using some options, you can make the draggable element return to its original position. So the option that we can use is revert. So let me try revert, and we need to set its value to be true if you want the element to move to its original position. So let's check that. Refresh. I am dragging the element. Okay. Now let me release the cursor. See, it is moving back to its original position. Whereas if you release the cursor here, it is not going back to its original position. But when we set the value of revert to true, when we release the cursor, it is moving back to its original position. So the revert is the option for an element to move back to its original position. Now, if you see here, it is not jumping from this position to its original position, isn't it? It is going like an animation. So you can set the time in which it should reach its original position using another option, and it is revert duration. So let me copy this and paste it over here, and the value of revert duration is 500 milliseconds by default. So you can increase or decrease the duration in which the element should reach its original position. So let me increase the value. The value should be set in milliseconds. So let me try to set the value as 5000 milliseconds. As I have just mentioned, the value is 500 milliseconds by default. So I am increasing the value to 5000 milliseconds. Okay. So first let me try to move this up to this. It has reached its original position. Let me now try to move this. See, it is moving slowly because we have set the time to be 5 seconds or 5000 milliseconds. And suppose I reduce this to 100. What will happen? It will reach the position quickly. See? Because it needs to reach the original position in 100 milliseconds. Now, for revert, you can also set the value as a function. Suppose I am setting it as function, and I want to change the color of this div element during its revert process. So how I can write it? I need to first access the element. So $#sub1. I want to change the background colors. So its method is CSS. I want to change the background color, right? So I can specify background, and let me try to change this to say purple. Okay. Now its color will be changed to purple. Then what should I do? I should return true. That is to set the value to true. Then it will be returned back to its original position and the color will be changed. Let's see that. Refresh. Let me try to drag this. I am dragging this. Let me release the mouse. See, its color is changed and it is also moving back to its original position. So you can set the value of revert to true to move it back to its original position, and you can also set a function as the value for this option. And there are two more values you can set. They are valid and invalid. That is, you can set the value of revert to be valid as well as invalid. We will discuss those two values in the droppable section, because there you will be able to understand those two values easily. So here we have seen two options that you can set to make your draggable element move back to its original position, and they are revert and revert duration. When you set the value of revert to true, the element will move to its original position, and you can control the duration in which the element should reach its original position using revert duration, and the value should be set in milliseconds, and the default value of revert duration is 500. That is half a second.